Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Dual Destinies. I actually wanted to say Apollo Justice, would you believe? It almost came out as Apollo Justice. Let's see. Then maybe the intended meaning of the message is not what it appears to be. Okay, so he's thinking that maybe it doesn't mean woods, because if you remember the last one, we actually had like an issue here of wondering not only who wrote the word woods, how it was written, and like also like why would someone write that? That's the big question for me. It's like why would you write this? The intended meaning? Not what it appears to be? Maybe the message was not intended to be woods. Oh god. It's Leon. Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that his bloody writing could have been some other meaning? Yes, Your Honor. For something I pulled out of a wormhole, it could turn out to be true, right? Objection! It clearly says woods, as anyone can plainly see. What other meaning could possibly have here? Objection! But Candace Army was a detective. Maybe woods only means something to the police, so he's saying it's like a code? Like police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that. You may have tricked us, Your Honor. You may have tricked His Honor, but you never get the best of me. It's gonna happen, buddy. It's gonna happen. I have a thing for studying on the weekends, as you may have already guessed. Sure. If that's your hobby, you do whatever you want. And there's no such radio code as woods. In this state, dear Mr. Wright. Is that a fact? Don't look at me. I know much as you do about police codes. Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't substantiate it with anything, then I must end things here. No, please, wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing? Well, I believe it's... no stalling! What is the true meaning of this writing? If you can't come up with an answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now, yet, truly. What other meaning could it have besides the obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language? Or maybe it's a code? Think, Phoenix. You can do this. What piece of evidence will tell us what the word woods really means? Huh? So it's a piece of evidence here. Okay, we have to rule things out, as we always do. So obviously, it might not be the attorney badge. Okay, let's think about this carefully. Cause of debt, hidden and stuff. Is it? No, that's not. That does not make any sense. The HH3000 would be able to make woods. Phony fancy tale. Missing remote bomb switch. Is there writing on the top? Wait, can we check this out? Can we look at it? No, we can't look at it. We have another piece of Leon. We have another piece of writing on this as well. We have the case. So if it has to mean a different message, it can't be this because that's woods. It can't be this because that's woods as well. It can't be. I don't think that's writing. I think it might be like a speaker, but I can't see it from here anyway. So it can't be this. This here, I'm thinking like, is it like one of these writing like H3 3000? But then again, how could you make woods out of that? Could you make woods out of this lettering? Wait, could you? If the L in the one is a W, there's two O's. You can make the one into a D. No. Yeah, you could. You could just put like a C on the... But then like the one being a D is probably the one I'm stretching a bit, right? That's a bit of a stretch, but I think we should try it. That seems like it's, because again, that's the only thing. There's either this or this, but I don't think you like if I could write that makes as much sense as this. If we're looking for a different message, then this is the only thing we're writing on it, or lettering on it, or numbers on it. Let's try it. There we go. The bomb transport case. I've heard about you with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Well, you're gonna have to get used to my shenanigans, because we're shenaniganing all over the place. Take a look at the numbers in this case, Your Honor. L100-15R. Doesn't this look doesn't this string look vaguely familiar? L100. Leon? What does that have to do with anything? What could those numbers possibly have? Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, I know there's like people who watch this that didn't watch Danganronpa. There was like a code we saw that we were like, it's Leon, and like people admitted a meme on the channel for a while. So yeah, and I like it, so I always bring up Leon whenever we see a message. Now please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo. Oh, Apollo, I hate seeing them like this. I think I see it. That a girl. That's one on my side. It says Woods. Or you could say it's a horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W. It's actually an L and a 1 next to the two areas. The next two areas are zeros. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, no, I was like, wait, really? No, yeah, it's the opposite of what we were doing, because we were doing it in reverse, obviously. We were saying, like, we were looking at the transport box and trying to make letters out of it. Because, like, if you can make like we said, like, the first one is an L and a 1. No, he's trying to make it out of, like, adding it to it. No, we're right. I was right. Yeah, he's like removing, like, the middle of the W. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, my goodness. The true meaning behind this bloody writing isn't Mr. Wood's name. It's the number engraved on this bomb's transport case. What are you talking about? The next part doesn't make any sense. The next number is 1, but the bloody writing says D. Objection! But the number on the case and that bloody writing, that can be made to match up quite easily. This is how the number on the transport case can be made into a match to the bloody writing. There it is, yeah, okay. Erase, so read it backwards is not it. Erase 2 lines. Yep, this is it, because you'd have to erase something on the W and on the D. Right? If you erase the... And look, you see, I didn't even notice the red writing to the side. That's probably, that would have been a big, wait, has that always been there? Wait a second. It has, oh my god, it's always been there and I didn't even notice. Oh, that would have been way easier. That makes so much sense now. Okay, cool. It's not it's a 5, and now that we look at it now, it looks so like a 5, doesn't it? Like, it looks so like a 5. Okay, that would have been way easier. Yeah, there it is. The L is a bit sus, but yeah, now that you look at it now, it's for sure a 5. Alright, it's for sure a 5. Well, would you look at that? Lewis! No, Your Honor. It isn't meant to be read as a word. It's a number, L10015. Would you take away the final R? It's the exact same number that's on the bomb transport case. Yes. Erase 2 lines and they match up, you say? Well, I can't change anything into anything else by simply erasing 2 lines. Okay, do it then. What if you erase 2 lines from your name? Would you be happy that what happens, Mr. Wright? I don't know, maybe. Well, would you, Mr. Wright? Stop bullying him. The only right spelling is right. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Army's real message to us is the bomb's transport case number. Your Honor, the 2 lines were added by the real culprit intentionally to mislead people. What? The original message Detective Arme left behind was a transport case number. But whoever assaulted Apollo changed the message. If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arme was trying to tell us? It was about the freaking bomb guy. The bomb squad guy. That's who it was about. Good question. What does this number represent? Do you see this number here? That is my identification. No way. I thought it was just like like related to him because it was the bomb squad thing, but it's his actual identification number. Her dying message could only have had one purpose. No. To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. I love when they do these shots. That makes perfect sense now, yeah. Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who she was trying to name. The culprit that the victim was trying to identify was none other than... Oh my god, you smug man. Get back in here. Get back in here. Get back in. Defense wishes to indicate Mr. Ted Tonate on the charge of the courtroom bombing. Ted Tonate? Apparently disabling bombs isn't Mr. Tonate's only specialty. Somehow the victim must have realized that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transfer case number as her dying message. Oh my god. If we noticed that extra letter there, this would have been over so much quicker. Then again, we didn't do too bad. She used Mr. Tonate's own ID number to finger him in the crime. Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Wouldn't they simply write the person's name? Maybe it's easier to just write the ID number. He's got a good point. What you have to say to that, Mr. Wright? The only Detective Army would know the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm? Couldn't recall Mr. Tonate's name in the heat of the moment. And as I recall, this is the first meeting between the two. It's entirely possible they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Or maybe just using the ID number as a way to hide its true meaning from the real culprit. True, but it seems that he found it. Maybe the ID number was something he found right away, and he fixed it up a little bit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason, the important thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains she wrote Mr. Tonate's ID number. Objection! You can object all you want. Now, just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof yet that it was indeed Detective Arby who wrote it. True, but who else would write it? This happens all the time with you guys, you prosecutors, where you say there's no one else who could have done it. Because if you look at the court record right now, no one else could have written this. Yeah, you could say Juniper could have written it, but why would she write this guy's... She would just write his name. She wouldn't cover it up by writing her own name. That doesn't make any sense. She would just, again, if it was just Woods with no extra letter, like you can see here, which there is an extra letter, she wouldn't need to cover it up. The bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Army had left the message, it should have been found at that time. Objection! It was covered. Naturally, Mr. Tonate hid it before anyone could discover it. And there's a simple explanation for how he was able to do so. What? Mr. Tonate was able to cover the message up because he's a stickler for details, the first to find the body, wearing those weird goggles. Was he the first to... Oh my god, wearing those weird goggles? No. Stickler for details? No. It's definitely this. Again, the choices get a little bit more difficult as they go on, right? But this here, for sure. But then again, I got one wrong either, so I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, I think, this is definitely right, because he wouldn't been able to want to actually, hide it. First person to discover the bloody writing was Mr. Tonate himself. Yeah, I was first on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. Mr. Tonate saw the victim had written his ID number. He used the bomb to transport case to up the bloody writing as a stopgap measure. That's why the message is in blood on the transport case. Jesus Christ. This is these moments are so good in the Phoenix Wright games. They're so good. He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. True. So those letters lived on to serve another function. Mr. Tony used them in another incident. Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice. Yes, we used that to... Oh my god, he used that to cover it up then, yeah. Mr. Tony hit up on a plan to use the bloody writing for his own purposes. So he didn't clean it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. By adding 2 lines to the writing with that Detective Army left behind with the little blood that Apollo had. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna kill him. He changed the meaning of the message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Woods of the attack. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tonate. Oh man. I miss this feeling every time we stop playing a game like this. I love her boots, by the way. Athena. Order in the court, I say. Order, I say. It looks like we'll have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Yeah, bring him back in. Bring him back in. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tonate take the witness stand. Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright. Look at this smile. Worth $1 million. Like, every time we have a partner in this game, their smile is worth €1 million. Just doing what I do best, which is flying by the seat of my pants. But honestly, it works. It works, Phoenix. Dismantling the case is yours to do. You think you can handle it? It's like he's doing a little, like Riddle-like. He's like the Riddler. He's like the Riddler, but less cool. I look forward to seeing you try. So he wanted to see if we could do this. I finally draw Mr. Tony back onto the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, Goggle Man. Now watch me take your lies apart. That reminds me of that joke, like that Irish comedian Maeve Higgins. Is that her name? When is that her name? Well, let me find her name because I want to give her actual credit. Like, unless she's a bad person now, but I don't know. It was Maeve Higgins, yes, and she also wrote a book, which is really freaking cool. It actually looks like a really cool book. But again, I can't. Deeply funny, moving, and urgent. Okay, no, sorry. But yeah, she wrote a joke about like how like when she got like her like contacts and she no longer wore glasses, she got really jealous of other people because she missed her glasses and she would call people goggles. Like, obviously she's joking, she wouldn't actually do this, but she did in her stand-up. But I actually always thought it was really funny that like it's like, oh, I missed my glasses, so she like hide behind cars and be like, hey, goggles, you know. She's a funny comedian. You're back. How are you feeling? You feeling good? You feeling good to be back here? You were being really smug earlier. Mr. Tonate, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you. I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are all laughable. Objection! I wouldn't be laughing if I were you, Mr. Tonate. The message in blood matches your ID number. It's right there. Look at that shot. The same ID number that is there on the bomb transport case. Such a far-fetched theory. No better than a tangled ball of wires. I'll have them untangled for you in no time at all. You were the first on the scene after Detective Arme left her message in blood. You were the only one who could have hidden the writing and then used it again later. I see. But then, let me ask you. Do you have any proof that Detective Arme wrote that message? That's a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright? The best way to prove that Detective Arme wrote that message is to analyze the handwriting, analyze the DNA. Oh yeah, the blood. Yeah, the blood, 100%. Your Honor, requested the DNA test be performed on the blood itself. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. The blood is the definite thing we have to look at here. Want to know whose it is? It'll be obvious as to who wrote the message. Yeah, hide away tonight. I cannot wait to get this guy now. I cannot wait now. If he hit Apollo over the head, it's over. You know, it's over. Please put in a request for a DNA test for all with the forensics. I love this song as well. Like, the music in the Phoenix Wright games are so good. Yes, Your Honor. It'll be some time before we have the results of the analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness. I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is. Here we go. After the explosion. I admit I was the first one on the scene after the explosion, but there was no bloody writing there at the time. Anyway, there was no way Detective Arme could have written it. Whew. She struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. Okay. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found. So you're saying the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was? Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, the blood on the rubble near the victim's body. It's a lot of blood. She must have died after hitting her head there. Crime scene photo of, yeah, this is horrible. Such a, like, again, and such a cool looking character that we'll never get to talk to, you know? Like it's all like, I don't think there's ever wasted designs because you're creating a character who is real, right? But like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's so cool. It's like, I wish we got to like have them in the actual trial themselves. I see. All right then, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart? I'm kind of worried because it seems like you're seeing this as a game. Like it's a let's play or something. I admit I was the first on the scene after the explosion. Okay, yeah, so he admits it. He's admitting that's truth. But there was no bloody writing there at the time. Hold it! Are you sure? You were able to tell this even with those goggles on? With these goggles, there's no way I could have missed something like that. I can see quite well with them. In fact, I can see every hair on your spiky head. Yeah, and you love it. Oh, you have a few grays, Mr. Wright. It's only going to make him look more distinguished. What? Don't make him feel self-conscious. Poor Mr. Wright. You're always working so hard keeping our office together. Wait a minute. I don't want to be gray hairs. I love that. She's like, hey, you know, it's okay, you know? But like in a way that is backhanded, like not intentionally so. Just kidding.
Objection!
I object to the witness' attempt to prematurely give me gray hair. Phoenix. Mr. Tonator's quote frowns upon untoward comments on a person's hair or lack thereof. Of course, he gets it. Yeah. That's my friend up there. He gets it. I'm sensing a great wave of sorrow come from the judge. I love the expressions of Athena. My apologies, Your Honor. May I please continue my testimony? Anyway, there is no way Detective Arma could have written it. Why? 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 Oh, because they're getting hit over the head, but still, like, she could have moved. If she didn't write it, then who do you propose who did? He's gonna say, Mr. Justice, of course. No. Just before dying, he wrote the name of the attacker on Juniper Woods. We're gonna find the analysis, bud. You're a police officer, you should know this. We're gonna find the analysis of the blood and find out it's not his blood. A final message from your poor subordinate. Don't you even ever say final message. Your Honor, I would like a 5-minute fighting recess. For what? We're gonna go into the parking lot and we're gonna work this out. Just gonna talk to him. Why do you have your hands together in a choking motion? I'm just gonna talk to him. Poor Mr. Justice, I'm sorry to get all misty-eyed. He's not dead. Yeah, he's not dead. Stop it. Right now. So how can you be so sure it wasn't Detective Army who wrote the message? Get him, Athena. Get him. It's very simple. She had struck her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She'd struck her head. But no. No, but the autopsy says that it fell on her, right? Exactly, you can't, like, on a flat object. Am I right in saying this? That's different? Struck is like, if I said struck, like, let me look up the definition of struck. 1 second here. So the definition of struck. Hit forcibly and deliberately with one's hand or weapon or implement, or struck of a disaster, disease, or unwelcome phenomenon. Occurred suddenly or harmful, damaging effects on it. Yes, okay. So it can be something that occurs naturally. But this was a trauma to the back of it of a flat object. Which means I think it's rubble that fell on the top of her head. Should we try press this first then? We'll try press it first. Do you manage she was thrown back by the force of the blast? A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also substantial secondary damage from the blast in the wind. Detective Army unfortunately hit her head on some rubble. It's stated in her autopsy report as well. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head. The autopsy report. I better take another look. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. So we were right in this then. It wasn't a, like, they're saying it was like a slap back against the rubble. The reason for that being, they're saying it was a slap back. He was saying it's a slap back against the rubble. But while we're saying it wasn't a slap back, it was a piece of rubble that fell on her in the autopsy report. So let's try that, yeah.
Objection!
You are a terrible liar, Mr. Snake. Get him. Get him now, Phoenix. Take a look at this autopsy, specifically the part about Detective Arma's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. What about it? What do you mean, what about it? That's how she died. Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed. Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy. Just like your hair. Yes, it is like my hair. Again, this is a common thing. People always comment on the hair, the pointy hair. We love the pointy hair, though.
That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction?
I actually can't wait to get to know Athena more outside the trial as well, you know? Because, you get a feel for them here, and then afterwards you get, like, a true, like, in between the cases, I feel like. Like, when we're investigating things like that. I believe it means the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. Its purpose is to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance, so there's more mishandling of the actual crime scene itself. Are you claiming the culprit removed the victim's body? I'm claiming something like that happened. That's exactly what I'm claiming. Okay, we're doing exactly like that then. Fine, exactly. Exactly. Phoenix knows more than me. The victim hit her head at some other location. Most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. So she slapped her head off the floor. Okay, I was thinking that it fell down on top of her. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. In that case, she definitely could have written the message. Your Honor, I have the results of the bloodstain. Oh, okay, cool.
Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to this report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood. And the defense claims only the parts of the message that were added afterwards were written in Mr. Justice's blood. It will appear that the defense's assertion is correct after all.
There we go. A report that proves the detective writing was done in Detective Arm's blood. Yes, you did it. You were right, boss. Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the bloody writing analysis later. Do we have a look at this here? Can we have a look at it now? Here we go. So, DNA analysis definitely proves that the blood of the writing to be that of the victim, Candace Arma, age 27. However, the lines that were added later were, yes, they were Apollo's. There we go.
Mr. Tornado, it is now apparent that you have told several lies to this court. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself.
I cannot wait to get actually through this. Fine, I will confess. When I say get through this, by the way, I always love the scene where we find out who did it. Like, I love the whole trial. To me is so much fun because there's so many twists and turns, there's so many fun moments. There's moments that make you feel smart, that make you feel dumb, that make you cry, that make you laugh. But like, I get so happy when I see that not guilty on the screen. I get so happy. You will? Then why are you so calm? This time I will tell the truth. This time. This time. This time. Okay. It is true that Detective Arma wrote down my ID number. She very plainly wrote L1001500. I was shocked. Okay. But I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Arma must have mistaken me for a real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. It's not my... No, my bad is not my bad. No. We ain't doing my bads here.
I see. So it's your assertion that you merely moved the body. Is that it?
You're still... That's a serious crime. That's a serious crime. That is correct. I did not kill Detective Arma. You would go into prison for a while if that's the case.
Well, if that's all you did then... Wait a minute.
Yes. Oh my god, me and the judge. High five. Me and the judge are working together for once. Let's go. Me and the judge versus the world. Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor.
Very well then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
Me and the judge against everyone else. The truth. It is true that Detective Arma wrote the ID number. Okay, yeah, this is fact. She very plainly wrote L. So this thing, I was shocked I want to press on.
Hold it.
L10015R? And it was written after the bomb went off in the courtroom? Correct. I didn't know why she would write it, so that sent me into a panic.
Sounds like you were in quite a tizzy.
If I were in his shoes, I guess it would have been psyching me out too. Yeah, but like, you're too good to do this type of stuff. I can't imagine coming across the message, "Sykes" written in blood. Yeah, no, she's right. She's right. It would make you get very... If you didn't do it, it would make you so nervous. If you did do it, it would make you even more nervous. But like, yeah. But like, I think the thing is... For me, if I came across that, a message in blood isn't enough to like... put you away. Right? So I would instantly be like, look, they wrote my name. I'm not sure why they wrote my name. If I didn't do it, I'd know there's no evidence of me doing it. But then again, you can't always trust the legal systems all the time, can you? If I saw a gasping name written in blood, it'd certainly make me gasp. You'd gasp at a mouse moving across the floor. So don't be talking to me like that. Rest assured, Mr. 28, I understand now you must have felt. We're not doing empathy moments for this guy. As we discover your ID number written in the blood at the scene and... That's right. I saw it with my own eyes. It is very clearly said L100-15R. No, it didn't. Wait. Are we saying it didn't? He did not see the R. Yeah, because we didn't see the R at first. Buddy, you done. Wait, do we present this or doesn't matter? Should we try this first?
Objection!
Yep. I just want to make doubly sure that L100-15R is really what you saw written in blood. Yes, it's very clearly said L100-15R. But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
Objection!
No, we didn't see R either. We did like literally one of the reasons why I didn't get the thing in last time so quickly was because we didn't see R. What on earth are you babbling about now? Wasn't you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place? Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does it really say L100-15R? No, it does not. It does not. Don't bite those wires. Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. And that R stands for Rue. As in rue the day you ever said I had gray hairs. Nothing wrong with gray hairs. I think I do actually look really nice in Phoenix, actually.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. 28?
Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end. Another lie. Another lie. I'm telling you, man, like, I wouldn't believe this man if he had, like, a freaking... I don't know. Like, if someone told me his funeral was coming up, I wouldn't believe it. At this stage. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad. Come back, my beautiful contradiction. That's not how this works, though. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like he said before that it was, like, so... Like, it's better than speaking, like, right? He was saying that it's actually better than speaking. Mr. Wright, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger. Yeah, no, exactly. He said before that it's more efficient. You have something for me, Athena? I sense that he's extremely agitated, almost panicked. He does look pretty flustered.
Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake.
That's not... No, he said before that it was, like, really intricate. I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about that R? Did Mr. Strange really see it? So can we say... Okay, here's the thing. I think if we say he actually saw it, right? That's more definitive. He thought he saw an R isn't a definitive answer. But are we talking about the fact that, like, the same thing that I had here? If you look at this, there is an R there, but the floor was kind of, like, broken. So could we actually say that he did see it? From the... Like, he saw an R. Yeah, because I think he thought he saw an R as, like, is agreeing with him. Right? And it does nothing for us. He actually saw it means that he actually... Okay, let's go with this. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. But there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now I'm taking a good look at the photo. I think maybe... That's it. What is it now, Mr. Wright? She's worried herself. I am too. Are you trying to imitate Apollo and his cords of steel? Oh my god. We're in the timeline that now Phoenix could be considered at any moment imitating Apollo, which I think is really funny. I've got it. So that's what happened. A slip of the finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I suppose Mr. Jane really did see the letter R.
But the photo clearly shows that there is no R.
Oh, I love the way his hair flicks as well now. That's really... No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tonate actually could have seen the R.
If you're going to make that claim, then you better be able to point out what you mean. What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tonate could have seen the R?
Right here. So are we saying we didn't see it like that we didn't see this part before? Please look here to the right of the 5. And we weren't supposed to see it? Do you see the little bit of red?
Oh, I see it. Just on the edge of where the floor is broken up.
I love the little nods. That's the R that Mr. Tonate saw.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
But what Mr. Tonate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Huh? Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything happened in the exact opposite order. Oh, wait, look, the thing is red, the emotional thing. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion when the message was written, when was the message written? Before. Before the explosion. With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that. Wait, what? We can only conclude that it was written before the... What?
But that's ridiculous.
If that were true, it overturns your own premise.
Yeah, but what... We're okay to do this if it proves something for us. That's right, it does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. So maybe as people were running out?
Order the court.
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion. Or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it could make... Oh my god. So it was placed in there afterwards?
What?
I love the music in the background. It sounds like you better look into what the victim was doing before the trial.
Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Army before the trial?
Let's see, according to the police report, here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was... Ted Tonate. Wait, what?
Oh my god.
No one besides Mr. Tonate saw the victim?
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
Oh no, even his freaking helmet's sweating. I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically Mr. Tonate's words from yesterday. It was when the detective Ame and I were both transporting the bomb.
Oh my.
Mr. Tonate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, court number 4. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Tonate. Oh my god. This is so good. Wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial.
Mr. Tonate, your testimony, please.
My testimony, there's no need for...
He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. Must have hit a nail on the head. We got him. Well, we got a part of it because OPT. All I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already told you. God blast this thing. Do not, please do not. I was only in a corner with the victim because of the work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
You always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright.
What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Tonate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arme, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What important piece?
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
a piece of rock, right?
Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Ray has a chance without the weapon, we can't accuse him of the crime.
Well, Mr. Tonate? Oh, yes, that's right. I didn't have any sort of thing that could have been used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't possibly have killed the Detective Army.
Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? No, he does. He does. He does. He does. Do we have it on us? He has a replica of the bomb and is literally in his hands. This metal-plated bomb that is a flat object. Like on the sides, at least. You can hit. There is corners on it, but what is it, Athena? Just looking at the victim's autopsy report. I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction. Good job. Good. Really good job. Really good job. Well, it does say that she died from the trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you would need to do is a flat surface, right? Yeah, she knows it too. Go on, Athena. A heavy blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Army?
I think I know. I believe I can. Believe being the key word. No, we got this. We got this. You can? Look, it's in your hands.
Then please do so now. What did Mr. Tonate have that could you use as a murder weapon?
Take it. Take it. Mr. Tonate, you say you didn't have anything that could use as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing.
What? What the devil are you talking about?
You had this.
That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast.
The bomb blast, no. But I believe Candace Army was killed with the bomb. Because this is the blunt object to deliver the fatal blow to her that he had in his hands this whole time.
Yeah.
Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head, caused by an impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of the bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you upset? Here we go. Dude, calm down, I'd say. What's with him?
And show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb?
He's right. I don't have anything decisive.
Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad. The bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom. Game over. Yeah.
This guy is crazy. This guy's crazy. He sees this as a game. He sees this as a game. Mr. Wright, is there really nothing in the bomb, like on the bomb in the photo? In the photo? Which photo are you talking about? Can we expand this out? No. Wait, what's... Maybe we should ask for, like... The crack! We said this at the start. Okay, so it's not the actual photo itself, it's this photo. Wait, do we have this photo? Okay, so that... Okay, I didn't realize this was a photo. There it is. The crack. Wait, the timer display is a little broken here. Well done, Athena. You got it before me. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Arm's head. That's definitely a distinct possibility. But unless you find a fragment with the victim's blood in it, it's not going to count. I guess you're right. A fragment? By setting off the bomb, Tony managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I've got to change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide,
I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tone murdered Detective Army before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. I think I've just the thing. Wait a second. Oh my god, that actually makes perfect sense. Because if he didn't hide her body, she would have been blown to smithereens. So she was in there all this time. I thought he brought the body down afterwards, but then that would have been even more suspicious. So yeah. We can't present a face, so we'll just present this then, I guess, since we can't present a face. Your Honor, there's something we've all been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Tony would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial. You're right, and we can figure out where the hiding place was. I know. I actually know. We might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tony have hidden the body during the trial? The only place. This containment. Wait, a box big enough for a body, a box that was in the courtroom the whole time. A box nobody would have touched if they thought there was a bomb in it. Exactly, the bomb squad is the only people that are going to touch it. Mr. Tonate!
What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me?
No, you're the one who's going to show it to me.
Come again?
You heard me now. Show me what's inside the bomb transport case.
What? Why? No, there's no need.
I've got him now. Just for the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. And then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during the trial?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
The answer's right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. Yeah, please, you're gonna blow yourself up, sir.
That is completely false.
If it is false, then you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So let's open and take a look inside, shall we? Oh my god, and it's right there. What's happening? What's happening? What are you doing? Open the box. Let's not. No. We have probable cause. Not if you value your life. Wait, what? What's he up to now?
Remaining calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes.
Excuse me? Huh?
I repeat, this H3000 will detonate in 5...
What's going on?
Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off.
Mr. Tonate, are you
threatening me? This is more than a threat. This is proof. This is so much proof that he did this.
I am the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. Mr. Tonate, didn't you just say that it's a training model, a fake to practice on? I did, but I also lied.
This is the real deal. This is scary, right? Because he's had a bomb with him this whole freaking time. I don't know why I also lied. It's like so funny to me. He's had a bomb with him this whole freaking time. Just in his hands. And I forgot it was a training module, by the way, but like I didn't know it was like active. But this HH3000 was used to blow up the court number 4, wasn't it?
How do you know it was the real HH3000 that blew up the courtroom number 4?
Huh?
The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one. One that I made.
Okay, so not guilty. In terms of Juniper.
What? Then are we to take that as a confession on your part?
Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HH3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed the court number 4. Mr. Tony, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? The HH3000 is so unique, I had never seen anything like it. It's so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? No. Did anyone check to see if there really was the HH3000 in there?
I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check.
They should have brought in another member of the bomb squad. Like, legitimately.
So there really is a possibility the bomb was switched out. This is...
In the middle of a trial, having a defendant, now defendant, being like, I will literally blow this place up if you don't adjourn the trial. This is crazy.
No, not a possibility, a certainty. I did it.
So he had a real bomb with him this whole time. I thought that it was like a, like I forgot that it was a training module, but I thought it was only like, going to blow him up because it was so small. But like, I guess like it is like, because I thought it was a replica still.
You had better get out of here while you can. You don't have much time.
This is actually kind of like terrifying. Like, what would you do in this situation? You're gonna have like trauma for life after this. Yeah, oh my god, of course everyone's panicking. This is the first trial. This is literally the first trial. Did everyone run? They all ran. Oh my god, this is, okay, this is terrifying, but it's so cool the way they're presenting this.
You four are still here? Well, aren't you brave?
It just wouldn't do for the judge, the presiding over this court, to run. So not only do we agree with you this whole time, that's the first time I've gotten chills from something you've said, Judge. That's actually so sick.
But that horrible explosion the other day.
The judge looks like he's about to book it for nearest exit. Honestly, like, the judge is brave as heck to come back into a trial about a bomb after, like, he was, like, inside the courtroom itself. He's very brave. Ask Mr. Payne?
That is.
Ah! Okay, he ran, yeah. Okay, I thought he was going to be really cool there too, but the judge I have so much respect for. Like, he doesn't have to do this, and like, no one has to do this. This is a scary situation. Mr. Wright, Athena, you're brave too. What do we do? It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? But the bomb might really go off.
Only 3 more minutes, folks.
Look at the way the presentation of this is incredible. It's terrifying, but amazing. If that bomb really is the HH3000, what should I do? You run like a yellow-bellied chicken. They really want you to pick this one, for sure. I can't run now. Well, it's been fun. I don't think you're like a yellow-bellied chicken for running from a bomb threat. I think it's a very normal thing to do.
Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear HH3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed.
Even with this is the first trial. This is the first trial.
If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot.
I cannot believe how crazy the first trial is already. This is the first one.
Farewell.
Like, we have a character who's like willing to like... What? You're not going anywhere, Ted, today. Get him, Phoenix! Oh, like this... I keep saying it, but like so early to have like something like this. This is like Trial 5 shenanigans. This is Trial 5 threats going on here. The seriousness of this. It is Trial 5, like... Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. The bomb is a fake... Phoenix. Are you sure, Mr. Wright? Phoenix.
More of your famous bluffing? Even at the risk of your own life.
That's what we do. We bluff for the sake of our own life.
Lives on the line here.
I'm not bluffing, and I have proof.
You do?
Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tornade's bomb is not the real HH3000.
Really? Out with it then immediately.
Where's the proof that Mr. Tornade is not holding? Oh! Yeah, because this is the real one, right? Inside here that was stuffed into here. This is cracked. We knew this was gonna come back. Yeah, the real one is cracked. That's it. The real one is cracked. The display for the timer of the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely broken Mr. trying to use the bomb as detective army. This is incredible. This is the first trial, but the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken.
Oh, you're right.
Therefore, this is not a real HH3000. Mr. Tornade was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb with the stuffed animal. The real HH3000 blew up in the courtroom number 4. This bomb is nothing more than a fake model used for training purposes. Oh my god, this in 3D? Yeah! Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb. Phoenix? Go ahead.
Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright.
I have so much more respect for this judge after this. so much more respect for the judge after this. I really do.
Is that a blood stain?
Just as expected. Your lies have all been blown to bits, Mr. Tonight. I'm confident DNA analysis on this bloodstain will confirm it's Detective Arma's blood. And those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arma. I want to find out why he did this. For sure. How about it, Mr. Tonate? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence?
Dismantle it? You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This HG Street House is about to explode.
Don't try to threaten us tonight. Oh my god, Phoenix. I've actually proved that your bomb is a fake.
It's real. This bomb is a real thing, I tell you. It's real.
Mad Bomber Party of One.
There's no time left. It's going to blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, 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 dismantle.
Oh, this is his going crazy. This is going crazy. I'm not.
Not going to make it. Only one thing left to do.
Wait.
What the? Stop!
What the hell? He busted his chin into the bomb. What is happening? And he cracked his glasses. So did he even believe it was real? Oh my. Oh, his eyes are so small. Okay, he's gone. See you later. So his head was a bomb? Game over. Dismantle attempt failed. So he was treating this as a game this whole time. Oh my god.
It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault.
No, it's your fault. Definitely your fault.
I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in the corner number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice.
So that's when he hit her.
Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide, her body she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up. And now all this. I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. Then that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose in my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to court number 4 and I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case.
That's when I snuck up behind him, and so that's what he found. Yeah, dude, you'll never be forgiven for this, right? Hurting Apollo like this, you're done, in my mind.
When the idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her.
The music's fantastic here as well. Why? Oh, why? Dude, this was like, again, this is all your fault. Again, it's very like, the contents of this trial were very like, as I said, like Trial 5 type of like craziness. The idea that there was someone threatening a bomb scare in here. The idea was that all the jury ran out of the room. It's a very like, you know, like cool thing that they do in these games sometimes where like change the environment or change like the whole course of the trial. It doesn't usually happen so quickly in these games, which leads me to believe that the other trials are going to be pretty cool too. But also like, I feel like the actual motive behind this was it's a very early trial type of motive. So I think they are like kind of keeping in line with like not going too crazy with the motives as well. So you're not like, so you're eased into the game, right? It's like, hey, she just caught me and I hit her over the head. I was trying to cover up evidence. That is very like, you know, trial 1, understandably so. It's how pacing works. It's how they do really good pacing in these games. 95% of the time. On suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice, your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later trial. But for now, Juniper, I see that a member of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be on running far, far away. Yes, it's Pain. By the way, these people are very brave because even after like I found out it was fake, I would not go back into that courtroom.
Be that as it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Wood's verdict.
Let's go. The first one of the game. Yes! Awesome. Feels good all the time. This feels just again, it's like a dopamine. Court is adjourned. There we go. Feels good. Feels good. That's awesome. That was a really great trial. A really great trial. December 18, 12:31 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby. Number 5. You did it, boss. Athena, you actually literally could not have got information without you. And your awesome sense of fashion. Such a good song. Listen to this. Every time I don't play Phoenix Wright or any Ace Attorney game, I miss the music. So much. Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing. It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? It tends to work out. Like we like the way we do trials in this game, we unravel things and all of a sudden it like spins out of control. That's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. This is why we need a partner, to make sure we know that Phoenix knows that he's really good. Same with Apollo. And we know Skye. And the way that old mean prosecutor hightailed it out of here, that was great. That did feel good, didn't it? It did feel really good. Yeah, the color palette she has is fantastic. The blue, the yellows, like with the orange. It's really nice. Hey, Juniper, how you feeling?
Mr. Wright, Athena, thank you for everything you did for me. I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now you can go back to home in the forest in peace. I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime.
Or do you hope Apollo visits you?
That would be so nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up there to Junie's house. How high up do you live again, Junie? Around 3,000 feet. What? That's no forest, that's a mountain. But you know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solving. Oh, yeah? Oh, that, yeah. I was wondering about that too. So what are we wondering on? Oh my god, we never found this.
Take that!
We never found it.
The remote switch for, oh my god, is this gonna come back to haunt us later?
Yeah. I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tony just got rid of it somewhere.
Hopefully. Yeah, it is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved though.
Well, at least leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go report the good news? You know, to that certain someone? Okay. Huh? Her grandmother? No, silly, to Apollo!
Phoenix, even I picked up on that right away. Oh, right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him? I would love that.
Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his mind. Okay.
And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close. Incredible first trial. But the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with this so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, and me, Phoenix Wright. Where's Trucy? Between the three of us, I guess she's not a lawyer, but like, is she in the office still? There's no case we can't solve. I hope we get to see her. When our powers combine, we're an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. That's what I believe? No. I said that wrong the first time. It's not. That's what I believed. At least that's what I believed. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Incredible first trial. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us, that it was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Wait. What do you mean? What do you... Apollo?
Sorry, but I'll be taking
Trucy!
a leave of absence.
Wait, what?
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a
Don't.
reason why? I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Holy hell. Trucy! Oh, Trucy! What's he doing? Apollo's so serious. He's so serious. What? Something he has to settle on his own? And now she's here at the bombing site. So we saw Trucy, thankfully. But she looks so sad.
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
Yet, oh my god, no, poor Theta. So something is happening with Apollo that he doesn't want anyone, that he's kind of, and everyone's kind of worried because, like, they're shutting him out. Wait, what happened to you, Apollo?
ever since you put that jacket on, you've changed. And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. What? Oh, look at this sweetheart. We had tackled our first case together, he and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case, one in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature. What? What is... This was incredible! The storytelling in this trial, the presentation of this trial, how it ramped up, that the cutscenes are beautiful. There's some of the most incredible things in this game. They break up the pacing of these games so well. Seeing Trucy and Athena cry is actually very sad, but seeing Trucy would make me happy with them under the circumstances. So something's happened with Apollo that he is like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Or at least for now, he's taking a leave. He's not quitting being a lawyer. But what does it mean? So I'm guessing we're going to get to see their next trial, their trial together. I'm super nervous about what that means. When he said that, like, when she said it's something that, like, it's something he can only deal with. And the mythical creature, I thought this trial was great. I thought this trial was really incredible. I actually think that it was one of the best first trials that's ever been in the Ace Attorney series. Really, really good stuff. Man. I'm glad we got to see Trucy, but I didn't not want to see her in that sense. You know what I mean? I wish we got to see her in another way. But yeah, the team is feeling like Apollo's shutting them out. Even Trucy, who's his sister, is feeling that way too. And Apollo, and of course, Phoenix is basically his dad. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode, and thank you so much for any support that we get on this series. It means the world to me. And thank you to TieFire2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yuld, Radish, Fruity, Anusa, Shabata Bread, Malcolm Hante, V Mika, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye. I'm loving this.